Yes, we
From
are
where?
back.
Yeah?
That's what I was asking earlier.
We are back from where? Hey, you like to we are back.
Our previous episode.
Oh yeah, we are back
Yeah.
with a new episode.
What's this?
It's the
Throw it out. Why do you throw this away?
okay, but throw it away.
Okay, leave it there.
Okay.
Okay, bring it here so that it's uncomfortable. I'll throw it just here. No one needs to know what it is.
You better explain what it is because
No,
plastic
it's a
edition.
plastic for what you were
Ah,
eating.
age restriction, and we're talking about children.
transparency, guys.
Trans what?
Hey guys, you are back. Hola.
We are back.
Now
Well,
get show episode, Mama Webster will correct
Webster
it for
will
us.
tell us.
Yeah, is our sound fine?
We are back.
Okay. We are
with-
at-
what-
Yeah.
Wait, conversations with Kim
Kim
and
Kwaledi.
Kwaledi.
No Bantustan.
We are at
Bantustan.
Bantustan.
This place is beautiful.
It is, Joe. I was telling
Yeah.
Webster that it's like every corner there's something nice. I
Yeah.
mean, look at that.
Araka
Like,
Blomara.
it's like every corner there's something just so nice.
All the time.
Yes.
Ah, and here's the hey, this one, hey, like,
He doesn't like
he hates,
camera.
he hates camera, he hates mic. Hey, we see you.
Yes. Show me. We are back.
Yeah, no, we are back.
back. Conversations with Kim and Kwaledi. I'm
Kwaledi.
happy.
Are you
I think
happy?
I'm in my happy hour right now.
Hey, when you've been in your happy space.
I have been. Like, I don't know. Something happened. Something happened somewhere.
Where, when, how, with who?
It's not even a person, hey? Mokgotsi wa gopola ke rile ke a jala.
Mm.
Mokgotsi ha ke sa jala.
Emona Webster.
But Kim about.
About.
Kata mojolo tla o nyisa nyi.
No, let's
this
no,
one
no, no.
didn't yes at me.
Don't explain it, ne?
But this one didn't yes at me.
What happened?
I just left.
Aye, soga. Utlwella ne.
And let me tell you why.
oh.
I wanted to be alone in my winning period.
Webster. Let me explain. Opla German dress.
Yes.
Opla German dress.
Yeah, she was happy.
Hey!
Asa batle
Nasa
next.
tshwarege. Yeah, it was German jazz. You were telling us, okay, sharp. Webster.
It's not like next time.
Webster. Or after German jazz.
No, wait. I have to remember. Mokgotsi re tsamaile ra robala. Ba re ke kae kwa?
Wherever we slept, it doesn't matter.
Yes, mara ko Bronco.
What happens in Vegas stays in
Okay,
Vegas.
yes.
Doesn't matter.
And then
Now
which,
get after.
after? Na ke sa gopola.
Thank you.
No, I can't
Amen.
remember.
She drove back. Eric could remind. You drove back to Irene or what was it? Pretoria side. I
Mara
don't know.
definitely not to Palabor.
Ah, no.
Definitely not to
Oh,
Palabor.
I drove back to Pretoria.
Yes.
Guys, like I said, nako mjolo ngwaka. Asuri next time ipsini.
Oh.
Like not to be honest, I want yes, I'm told. Can you decide to kill you or besides I'm studying this year, This
Yeah.
year it's that year.
Year of what?
The year of winning.
Wait. How when I was
High five to the year
So
of winning.
I'm winning alone. I don't want to win with people.
Other people.
Yes, I want to win alone. I'm
so
selfish
new
like
year,
that.
new you.
No, it's not new year, new me. This year, it's a winning year.
But it's 2023.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to thrive by myself. Because when I went through trouble,
Yeah.
I was by myself. You understand? So I don't want to be sharing my thrive. I want to thrive by myself. And that makes me very happy.
Udonna philosophical ka rona. Guys, welcome to our conversations with Kim and Kwaledi.
Yes.
As we said, Roko Bantustani.
Yes.
Wait. We need to, and Webster, please, we need to just put this on the promo. Bantustan is in Cosmo City. Extension 0. I give you the number. We just need to get the number and just put it down. Ne?
Okay.
Marathon Zimbabwe Street. It's a nice establishment. By the way, Molatelo does a couple of things. Ne?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to speak to us because we know how he's very shy.
Yeah.
But he does the most exquisite.
Exquisite.
Koa.
Exquisite, ne?
Yeah.
Yes,
Exquisite furniture. There's a nice nursery here because the plants that are here, Do you see the grass behind me?
I saw it. It has grown.
Monna.
It's a
The
nice.
grass.
You actually can bring a blanket and a cooler box and you chill nice there.
Wachila and just relax.
Lie down.
And we've been here before.
We've been here before.
Last year, June,
Yeah.
we were here.
Yeah.
We
But-
filmed.
Yeah. We did
Yes.
that. By the way, he does soul and R&B
On Sundays.
on Saturdays and Sundays.
Oh, Saturday
Yeah,
and
so
Sundays.
so Mulatelo has
Nice.
changed the game. He believes I'm gonna speak on his behalf because he doesn't wanna talk.
Now,
Mara,
look,
he
look
does.
at him. Look
Yeah,
at him.
there he is. No, it's fine. He doesn't want to talk. Mara, he does soul and R&B on Saturdays. He's changing the game. Yahore, soul and R&B Sundays. We can do it on Saturdays as well.
As well.
Mulatelo, what's the address here again? What's the number? Zimbabwe Street, extension 0, ne? Extension 20. I got it.
20.
Yeah, extension 20, Zimbabwe Street in Cosmo City. It's called Bantustan. Come here, come relax.
He sells food as well.
Oh, food as well. Yeah.
But most importantly, the tranquility
Tranquility.
in this place.
Yeah.
It's screaming hello.
Yeah.
Like,
just to
it's-
come and
it's
chill
beautiful.
and relax. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. And what are we
Alright.
talking about?
Hey.
Parental guidance.
Parental
Yes.
guidance. Are we watching a movie? No.
Okay,
explain.
no. Parenting.
Yeah, it is parental guidance. if you
Yes,
think
No,
it's
but what do you mean
parenting.
parental guidance and parenting? What
No,
are
no, parental guide. Okay, I don't know. Let me retract the parental guidance. But
Yeah.
we are talking about parental styles
okay.
and our current parenting style.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't call us young anymore because we're
So-
not young anymore.
Yeah.
But how we are parenting vis-a-vis our parents, how they parented, and how the whole thing of parenting has changed.
Yeah. So
over
I've got
time.
an 18-year-old,
Yes.
a 12-year-old, and a 7-year-old.
Yes, I've got a 17 and a 15.
How are the dynamics for the 17-year-old?
What I realized, she doesn't talk much anymore. You know, my baby, the one that used
Not
to
much
be-
anymore. They don't talk.
Yeah, why?
They are at the age. Mara,
She
maybe
she doesn't
we
talk
used to
to
be
me
that way as well.
anymore.
We used to be that.
Really?
Maybe in our age. Webster, how old is your child?
4.
Ah,
Turning 5 in April.
yeah, Webster's
No,
one
but
still.
when you still have a lovely
Ah,
baby.
you still have a lovely
The
baby.
one who loves you.
No, I'm cruising nicely.
Yeah. Wait till you get to 14, 15.
My 17-year-old doesn't talk much.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I fetched her from the sports, what?
Yeah.
That was ending at 10 p.m.
At
I
night?
wasn't happy.
Oh, shucks.
I
At
wasn't
school?
happy. Yes, they went to Menlo High School somewhere
Yeah.
there by Menlyn area, Atterbury. When I went to fetch her there, my girl didn't want to kiss me and hug me.
Yeah, that's how it is.
And she's like, we are in front of people.
No,
And I'm
no,
like,
no.
You're a girl, you're not a
Wait.
boy.
Let me interject.
Yes.
Now my 7-year-old, ne? And I always post and whatever, ne? When I drop her off at school,
Yeah,
and I'm like, Baba, I give daddy a kiss.
yeah.
And then she comes, ne? And I'm like, on the lips, and then she looks at me and is like,
Here,
yeah.
not.
She doesn't even say it. She's like, and
What's
she look
happening?
and she's standing still. She's like,
Guys, what's happening?
okay. Then
Yes.
are we fine?
No, I think let's take a break. I want to check something. I want to let some witchcraft that's happening here.
All right, cool.
All
We'll
right,
be back.
sharp, we'll be
All
back.
right, sharp. Is our sound fine?
Yeah, everything is fine.
Sorry, I was having some, what do you go? Cashew nuts. Where did you
Cashew and almonds.
go the shop. Ke re ke tsaya
The
Peanuts.
The peanuts. There's a difference between peanuts and nuts. A huge one.
So what are we having?
Cashew and almonds.
So these are almonds.
Yes.
These are cashews.
Cashews.
Be,
Cashews are
be,
very
be
rich.
careful. Those are the get the rambana too. So
Bana.
Narsalo ko era.
Can you imagine having a child, right? I can't imagine it.
Not don't agree with me to 14. I'll
Not
agree.
far. Not far. Not far.
It doesn't matter. I'm not there.
Okay.
So you're gonna high five me
I
now?
am not high fiving you. You high five a wipe.
Hela, so what is it? So we're talking
So
about
we're saying
yeah.
the kids. I don't know. I don't remember being quiet as a teenager. And I was saying my 17-year-old suddenly she's mute.
Nna na ba re botsa gore o tshwere ke adolescent. Ba re o itse na ba reng? Na ba re se sa tella yaanong. Se se thomile o tella yaanong. I'm not talking about me personally. Mara ko age ela na ba re se sa tella se.
O tshwere ke adu.
Yeah,
Ba tla ba ra re o po a kere yana.
Yeah, baropo. Matsa do you ever hear ka
No.
2000 ba re o tshwere ke adoli?
No.
Ra o botsa ba re o po yaanong wena kere. Wena se ipono le monna kere ka mo ntlong yaka.
But I don't understand the quietness. I can take in everything. I want
No,
to
is it
talk
wait
to
ke nagana gore also the quietness e tlisa ke ba ba bitsang ba 2000 ba ke generation Z. Let's just we'll
Yeah,
check
it's
it out.
Z or
Mara,
something,
yeah,
yeah.
because only generations this generation Z whatever.
Gen Z.
Gen Z whatever they called.
Yeah, Gen
They
Z.
are very opinionated. Oscar Levala, social media has a very huge influence on it. And I mean the time they spend on what is it
social
called? On
media.
social media and digital sort of like platforms, both Facebook, Instagram, X, you know.
I'll die if she has X and Instagram.
No.
I know, I'm just being a parent.
No,
right now.
so ebile re ko botse. She has it. You just don't know. She does. Webster. She does. She has it, you don't know.
Do you know the influence? That
Believe you me, you
X-
don't know.
Do you know that the influence X has and the type of X is a platform where bullying is justified. It's actually a norm, right? Instagram, the lives that people are living there, the lives that the iPhone lives, the Gucci bag lives, the money life
I'm
that
not,
we
I'm not
don't
huge
even
on
have.
X, so yeah.
So I don't know, man.
I actually left
But-
Instagram 2 years ago. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on X. I'm not on TikTok. I'm only on Facebook and LinkedIn because one thing I've picked up, X is very toxic, guys.
It is.
And
It
if you
is.
don't have the heart to stomach,
The
and
toxicity.
a lot of people who go to X are people who are not mentally okay.
Stop right there. You
No.
know what? I was on X.
No, I'm so
I
okay.
was on
No,
X
the
and
reason
I-
why I'm
and I
saying-
was-
Wait,
and I was
Webster.
toxic.
No,
I
Webster.
must accept.
No, what I'm
let's
saying
define it.
is
Let's define it
X
as
is people who are broken, who they've been hurt, they've went through
no
a
matter.
lot.
Also, let's define it.
That's
Ka the
true.
people that are posting and the people that just I'll
Oh.
talk about me. Ne? When I go on X, there's two things I do. I go to catch up on news.
That's what I do as well.
I do that.
Yeah.
Number two, I go on X if I have a complaint against the company, like today.
KFC. I will tell you the story of KFC.
What's going on, lelang tomato sauce?
That's how I've started. You know what? Started call your original manager. I'm gonna tell you.
Originally, was it that bad?
Call your original.
They gave me the
Now,
number, by the way.
There is me. Like I'm thinking, where is original manager K? Let's continue with the episode. You might need to
Yeah,
tell
we're
me.
not here to promote KFC. They can go fly
Yeah,
guide.
they don't pay us for that.
Yeah, no, they don't.
So here's the thing, ne? Okay, I was on X, right? Toxic. Kim
You are big on X, eh?
Yeah, toxic. Let's use the word toxic.
You were toxic.
Yeah, in a sense that you know how I tell the truth. I'll say it without limits, without sensitivity to
Yeah,
it. You know. But at some point, I realized that I have healed. Right?
So when no venta go X.
Yes, I did
Oh,
a lot of
okay.
venting.
That's what I told
So
you.
I have healed. When I healed the parts that I wanted to heal, I left X, and it's been 4 months. You know, and
I suffer from separation anxiety.
no,
You know separation anxiety.
I know, but I when I make up my mind, I'm good.
Once in a blue moon, it's like,
Nah.
Still, yeah.
No. Come back.
No, it's good.
Jack, come back. All right. So here's the thing. I know how X is toxic. Now, having children participate in that toxicity, well, it's because it gave me a platform to heal, right? I will not write it off. And because it gave me a platform to actually see what the other world is all about. Remember, X is instant. News goes out now, you get it now. You know, it's not like I'm currently on TikTok, but not participating much. But there's no news there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, TikTok
there's no
other
news.
things.
Like,
Yeah.
if I want to know what's happening with Trump, Elon, whatever, they will tell me last week's news.
Yeah, TikTok
But
is a
I
bit
know
delayed.
that, yes.
Mara, it's good for business. It's good for influencers and all of those things.
Well, I've never used social media for influencing, so yeah. So Instagram, I love Instagram because you get, I follow decoration thingies, pages. I follow if I want something or I want to change something about my life, something nice, fancy, I check it on Instagram. Then I will see, options and I'll start to actually find out nicer things.
Yeah.
But I'm talking material things, right? Now there is another part of Instagram that I don't like. Baddies.
Baddies?
Yes.
What are
I
baddies?
thought you said bedding. Sound like
No, baddies.
What do you mean baddies?
Baddies, girls who, for a lack of better word, want or attract men for material through material.
They're called baddies.
Yes, you don't know.
Do you know them, Webster?
yeah, beddies.
Baddies.
They're
Well-
called
You know
baddies.
the baddies. It's
Baddies-
a bad person, but a baddie. If you're
Baddie
a
isn't like when you're playing golf, baddies.
No, not from what I heard. Beddies. I was thinking.
Hi,
well,
do you
I'm
know
old school.
baddies?
Eta?
Okay, what is a baddie? Just to give him a.
I thought it's the girls who break hearts. Or people are like, am I lying?
Give him the mic. Give him the mic. Come closer, buddy.
Closer.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, no, no.
Chef Cinco.
Oh, no, no.
A Betty is a female individual who lives by a certain lifestyle creed. Now, that lifestyle creed, because she is so beautiful
Yeah.
and so wanted on the streets, she can even say, I want 20,000 every week. I want my hair to be taken care of. I want this, I want that.
Yeah.
You can see her walking from a mile away because she smells like money. She looks like money. But
Talks money?
Yeah, she talks money.
Yeah.
But
And then she advertises herself as money.
Flip, guys, I
Exactly.
never heard this, yeah?
Hey man, haven't you gone to a club or something and then there's just a group of people who are untouchable, like
Yes.
those are baddies.
Oh!
Yes.
Those
So
are bad,
the
and you
street
know
name
yourself.
is
You see the way we are
baddies.
dressed. We walk in the club like this. No, we don't qualify.
Exactly.
So they know
They
when you
know,
come in,
yeah.
Hore,
Yeah.
as much as they are baddies, they know.
Over 200.
Oh,
Hey.
And then
They play in the ranges of thousands to millions.
yeah.
They don't
These
play.
baddies go to Dubai, bro. Those are
oh yeah.
Those are
Simple.
baddies. Yes.
Yeah.
When Chris Brown
Hey,
came to
thanks,
South
Zinji.
Africa,
Yeah.
Yeah, the baddies were
the
there.
baddies of South Africa,
Yeah. The
they
baddies
went
were
all
around
out.
Yeah.
They went
man,
all out.
Yo.
So,
That's a bad.
so Instagram
Yeah.
has got that, and that comes with advertising. Seeing a 16-year-old having iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Of which you can afford, and you're
As a
working
parent.
8 to 5.
No, Mara, let's be real.
As a
wait.
parent-
No, wait. Hold on
Okay.
there. There's some parents who will go out and buy a, what's the latest iPhone? Sorry, I'm not
Yeah,
an iPhone
16.
person. Is it at 16?
Yeah, it's 16.
Mara, there are some parents who will go and buy their child.
No, we are not saying they are not.
Yeah.
But we are saying the majority can't.
Now, by long they can do it. It's a bit of a pressure for those
No.
that can't afford it.
Not even. Remember, we are saying it all depends on how you are raising your children.
Mara, let's go back to your 18-year-old,
17.
17-year-old.
Yes.
Does she have
I bought her an iPhone. I had to.
iPhone what?
12 Mini or something.
Mara,
Yeah.
you bought it because nakra pressure ya ba bambana le
No,
16
I also, you know, currently as parents, ne, we've got a fear of social media affecting our children and our children depending on men, and it's something that we'll talk about when we talk about pedophilia and pedophiles, right? They attract these youngsters using such
Material
things.
things,
So
yeah.
now I wanted to also say, child, look, I'm your mother, right? I'll put you in good school, but then I can't afford certain things, but those that I can, I'll buy for you.
Let me make you laugh quickly.
Now I
Wait,
bought
wait.
her. Wait, I bought her an iPhone.
Yeah.
12 whatever
Yeah.
in December after she passed, and I.
Ogo grade?
She's in grade 11.
Yeah.
So we made
A deal.
a deal.
Wena le yena.
Yes, you pass. I get you iPhone 11, and it's also because I 12. Oh, I said 11 then, but then when I went to the store, 12 was the only one available. I
Yeah.
bought it from the original store. Now, when I bought it for her, right? I said to her, child, I don't want you to be persuaded by somebody on things that don't matter. You understand? Now I'm buying you iPhone. Ne? Never in your life come back home with an iPhone that I don't know.
Because when you'll upgrade her.
No. I'm saying there's a standard that I'm setting for you as your parent. Don't now be, somebody comes with an iPhone 16 Pro Max and you say, Pella, if I buy 16 now, it means in 2 years' time I can give it to her.
Webster.
You know?
She's buying iPhones, ne? Now I'm buying plastic scooters. Oh, it's a plastic. And rollerblades. That's how cheap I go. Because I've got an 8-year-old.
You've got a baby.
Yeah,
Yes.
she wants rollerblades. And then she
Yes.
wants a plastic
we
scooter.
passed this.
This guy hates plastic scooters.
No.
Yeah.
Correction. I despise.
Oh, those ones down
Yeah.
Wait, who's pushing your child?
They're pushing themselves. No, they push themselves. Ka plastic scooter. They're pushing themselves. As well as
Okay.
the rollerblades.
Yeah, no, the rollerblades are.
No, rollerblades are fine. You
I
know,
bought mine rollerblades 2 years ago. Ne? So let me tell you the story.
Yeah.
You doing iPhones, I'm doing rollerblades.
But
I took
the
her.
age difference. I did
My
roller
8
skates,
Utlwela.
by the way.
Oh, she's 7.
When they were below
Yeah.
10, I did roller skates.
My 7-year-old can skate like a pro.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's
Nisa
good.
go. I wonder that ice ring more.
oh, more in the skate.
Not gate.
Yeah.
Access.
She skates.
Because of the roller blades.
Yeah.
Unale another place called Roll a Goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take her there. Then Ramo ice skating. Like a
Oh,
pro.
sharp.
Yeah.
Mamela,
So now gonna
Dina-
do problems at the iPhone.
No, do you have any levels?
Is it coming?
It's coming. No, do you have any levels?
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to bring her ice rink here, more the dome.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
what we're talking about. Yeah.
Because she can roller skate, she can ice skate. So I did the roller skate.
Yeah.
Now I am at that level where I'm like, phew. Social media has proven to me that children can be easily persuaded.
Okay.
Easily.
Let me flip it a bit.
Yes.
Ka 2025
Yeah,
and in
yeah.
the gender or generation we live in.
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
we parenting well though?
I
no,
don't think we are.
No. You know what the thing is?
don't think
Besides
we
even
are.
social media, my daughter is 4.
Yeah.
YouTube from Cocomelon. Now she's watching Roma and Tiana. what?
Yeah. Roman Tiana, yeah.
She would watch that thing and say, "Daddy, I want pizza." Yeah?
Yeah.
From there, Daddy, I want Mickey Mouse car. You know those electric cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not only about Instagram.
Yeah.
Even because one thing we miss,
Influence.
Cocomelon or whatever YouTube channel your kids is watching, those guys, they've got paid advertising going on.
Yes.
I've watched Tiana and Roma. I'm like, I want to see why my daughter loves this.
Yeah.
One of the parent is wearing a Ferrari shirt. And I was like, okay, he's making money. And then there will be advertising, maybe, like I said, the Mercedes-Benz electric car.
Yes.
Chances are it's a paid campaign. Hooray. Put our car in
Yes.
because we've got many views on
So
your YouTube
Mercedes
channel.
will advertise more. Okay, Roma and what?
Roma and Tiana or
Hey, I know,
something.
I've heard of it,
Yeah.
Mara. I never know what it is.
Like that guy, and I look at this guy. Like what I like about it is, yes, my child is learning. Like her English has improved, I mean, there was one time. Now I was saying water. It's like, no, daddy, it's water. And I was like,
Mara Webster, let me ask you this question and ask you as well. Ne? Our kids spend so much time digitally.
Yes.
Gone are the days where bana ba rena ba tshameka diketi, mngusha, ditini, and all of that. Have we as parents been like, no, they are safer indoors where we can monitor? Or is it more dangerous for them?
For me, they are more dangerous when they are on their phones.
no, but the thing is,
Because the
it's
exposure here, sorry, the exposure here is bad. You know, porn is easy.
Yeah.
Porn,
Yeah.
very easy to find.
Like basically the world, you know how big the world is?
Yes.
It's here.
Exactly. Now, you go to Instagram, right? On Instagram, just normal Instagram. You're scrolling, right? Suddenly, there is someone selling sex toys.
And your daughter is watching.
Do you know what I
Or
mean?
your son is watching.
You go to, well, X is the worst. Because X,
Yeah.
you are there sitting, unprovoked, someone repost or post porn. You are scrolling on, what is this? You're scrolling on, catching up on or what did I miss or whatever, right? When you refresh there, and excuse me for saying this, Marete is trending. When you open why Marete is trending, it's porn.
porn. And you know what's the thing
And
is,
it's trending, gonna go. And
Yes.
your 4-year-old is.
that's what I was saying
Yeah.
is, you know what? One thing I hate about X, there'll be, let's say for example, Trump is trending.
Yeah.
For you to find out why Trump is trending, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. There'll be porn, there'll be Dr. Mamang, Sangoma, hey, what,
Kana-
love
kana
trouble.
on X, when something trends, I can go and then post a porn video
And
then
then
say
Yeah,
hashtag
hashtag Trump.
Trump.
Yeah,
or
that's the
whatever.
problem.
Yeah.
Then ilinka to hashtag
trend.
Elaya Trump.
Yeah,
trend.
exactly.
Then it appears on that
When you
feed.
say-
Timeline,
when,
yeah.
when you say refresh,
Yeah,
It's
it
there.
attracts on that feed.
so hence I'm saying, you know, we are not really parenting well, because how often do you check
You're judging. Who's not parenting well?
Okay.
No, we are all not parenting well.
Well,
People
I'll
have
speak for
different.
myself.
Okay.
I'll
Look,
speak for
that,
myself.
no,
I'm
no,
not judging
no,
you, I'm
no, no,
just
no,
saying what you are saying, Oro,
no,
not
no, you're
parenting well.
right. All of us are not parenting well. Even myself, we're not parenting well. At some, you know, what I've figured with my daughter. One thing that we need to accept is 2025
Yeah.
is the world of AI.
Yes.
The sooner you get your child to know about the digital world, the better.
The better.
You know,
That's
but there's a disadvantage to it. You know, my daughter, when she wakes up 6 or 7, she wants the phone. Where's my phone? And I'm like, no. Wait, have breakfast, brush your teeth, you'll have a phone. If she doesn't have a phone, we fight.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right now, I've got a PS4. You know, my daughter, when I switch on the TV, it's like, do you want to play a game? I'm like, yes. She knows. She goes PS4 on. She knows which game I want. She'll put it on for me and like, Daddy, come play.
Yeah.
And she even knows when I lost. It's like, Daddy, did you lose? And I'm like, yes, I lost.
Mara Webster. I mean, you look at it, ne? Even with us as parents, let's be realistic. And ask about landmark. Ne? Ask about landmark. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do?
Check your phone.
Okay.
Ah,
Now on
I'm
lie.
being honest.
Yeah.
Check your
No,
phone.
I'm
Yeah,
being,
being honest,
I'm being
yeah.
honest. Okay. In essence, when we talk about
Oscar, we are
physical-
toilet.
No,
Yeah.
when you talk about physical
Yeah.
activity,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the phone is the first thing.
Yeah, makes sense.
However, physical
Now you answered the question. That's what he wanted to hear.
but,
Parental advisor.
but I want to tell
Yeah.
you something.
Yeah.
There is something I learned about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
To take 1 hour after I wake up, take 1 hour, gather my thoughts. Not
Yo,
because,
that's long.
not because
I'm
listen,
gonna tell you what I
because
do.
nah, I'm spiritual. I have to remember my dreams and journal.
So you do that?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
So I wake up in the morning around 5-ish, right? I'll sit in my bed until 6, right? And then after sitting, between the sitting and whatever, I'll be journaling.
Wow.
If I remember,
Well,
I
then
would,
you'd read a book, most.
yeah, like I've got about maybe 4 diaries filled of my dreams. You understand? So the phone is not the first thing that I do. You understand? I pray, gather my thoughts, journal, Then once I'm done and I feel like the download is done, I take my phone, yes.
WhatsApp.
Then not even WhatsApp. I create my Aksajola. So WhatsApp I bora.
No, maybe
Yeah,
check
TikTok.
statuses. I get it.
I don't even do that. I don't
Wait,
even do
wait,
that.
you check TikTok at 5.
Yeah.
You know what's the
I'll
funny
be
thing
there
there?
checking BTS, laughing laughing and checking
Your ass off.
I promise you.
No, let me tell you something. Sorry, Webster, you want to say something?
No, I was saying that guys, maybe I'm not part of this generation. For some reason, I've got TikTok for business, only for advertising.
Okay.
But I don't have a TikTok app to watch videos. My mother, she's in her 60s. She's got TikTok. And she will send me videos, funny videos like, Web, watch this. And I was like, bloody TikTok wants me to download the app and I don't want it. And she's like, how? And she knows I'm into this technology. She's like, how are you not
Are
on
you
TikTok?
not?
And you know what's the funny thing? Mark, Facebook CEO.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, he once said, he doesn't use, his kids don't use Facebook because Facebook is toxic. Imagine the person who created Facebook
Yeah.
saying that his kids are not using Facebook,
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
always tell people that,
As you stalk, or basically.
exactly. and you know what's the funny thing is, somebody who has created something is not letting his own children use. It's like somebody who makes drugs and is not using his drugs,
Yes.
but he's giving it
As
to
you
other
stop.
people. Yeah, it's
But
funny
it makes sense. For me, it makes
because
sense.
he was saying it's toxic. I'm like, so you create something that's toxic for other people, but your own children wouldn't
Money.
use it.
Money.
Okay.
Money. But okay, let me go back to the part where I was saying I don't think we are parenting well. But also, as much as we are not parenting well, right? I don't think our parents also parented as well. And I'll tell you why. How many broken people have you met? Like broken.
But also, besides the brokenness, you sit and then you look at your parents. And then you ask yourself, sorry, I'm going to be a bit sensitive about it.
It's okay.
And then you sit and you're like, "Nelenze, leneze nna."
What do you mean?
I
I'm not.
hear
I'm
you,
not
but-
following.
No, when parents go like, no, we're together and we couldn't sort of go our separate ways because
Because
of
we
law.
had to raise you.
We had to raise you.
Oh, I
Yes.
see.
And then you grow up, you're like, oh, no, if your parents told you, because of when? I'm sure you'd say to them, nah,
Why?
nah, I'm here now. I've grown. You don't even care. Let's be honest. How many times you talk to your parents? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes. I think that's very true. How many times do you speak to your parents?
To your parents.
It's no longer as frequent as it used to be
No, but
when you stayed with
I
them.
try and speak to my mother daily, ne?
Yes.
But I end up
even
don't.
but
I
even
end up
if-
not doing it.
Even
yeah.
if it's daily,
Yeah.
it's no longer as much.
Yes.
as
And
you
West,
No,
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 here's
no,
the
no.
worst
with
part.
them.
How many of us go home? Even
Yeah.
ka December, ne?
Yeah.
See?
And then
Yes.
one day, 2
2
days.
days.
After 3 days,
You're like,
You cut for.
sharp.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Because your mother okwa ka moreng. Kwaledi, ntlale. I'm like,
Kanti nna mo ke tla
"Can't
tlo
nna
rumiwa.
ke tla rumiwa mo."
Nna mo ke tlo coach.
Why? Because o tlwaetse gore wena ko ntlong ya hao wa roma.
Wa Roma, yeah.
Now when or wa rumiwa. Sorry guys, I need to go quickly back to taba ya when we wake up and look at our phones, ne? Just to highlight it. Now when I wake up, I do something maybe different.
Yeah.
Now I open the curtains and I open the window.
That's good. Shayala.
That's the first
good.
thing I do.
That's the best thing.
If it's winter, I'll open the curtains. If it's too cold, you know why I do it.
That's good.
And I've told people this before. Immediately when I open the window, I speak to my universe.
That's
Utlwela, I'm not saying my universe is everywhere. But the reason it's symbolic for me to open the window is for me to speak what I want my day to be. That's what I do.
Oh yeah.
Immediately I can go back to bed when I want to. Then when I go back and I start opening for I'll open, then I start going on social media. Someone please help me. I wanna give out faster social media, guys.
No, the thing is, you can't. You know what?
The only reason The only biggest reason, Webster, I'm still on WhatsApp is because of work
Yeah.
and business.
Yeah.
If it wasn't,
You'd be off.
mafra's true. Nego delete WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Yeah. That's the thing is,
Serious.
WhatsApp has brought people closer in a way. Like Linda, WhatsApp is business. Even when I talk to CEOs, I mean, I've talked to people from India, America, because WhatsApp is closer. Unlike email. Email, how
Takes
many emails you
forever.
get? Yeah, how many
Yeah.
emails you get in a day?
Yeah.
WhatsApp is personal.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I hate, ka WhatsApp, you know, when you know, some salespeople are persistent. Nakano go create. I'm just making an example that must not sue me. Create WhatsApp from a sales agent to but also insurance go auto in general. And you're like, dude, this is my personal
Where
number.
did you get my number?
You know.
I'll block you. Oh, by the way, I block on WhatsApp.
Yeah,
No,
block.
guys, let me give you a
I
tip.
block.
Let me give you a tip, ne. Get yourself Truecaller. You know what I do?
Yes.
Truecaller, what I like is there's a setting. If a number is not in your phone book and it's a private number, block. And that's what I did. Guys, house mo phone book kunyaka, you cannot get
can't
hold.
call
You
me.
can't.
Me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't get hold of me
Yeah.
because, ke mo.
Mara,
With
there's a bit of a
calls.
disadvantage on that as well.
Which one?
You could be potentially getting into business, and I don't have. you
That's
don't have my
email
number.
quality. Quality. You know what?
What I'm trying to say
Even in
is-
interviews,
No, I agree.
if they really want you, they'll
will
make
go-
means to
No,
find
I
you.
agree, man.
Yeah.
The immediate response. I get out of a meeting and someone says to me, Hore, we exchange numbers. Mara singing saving numbers are high. If he's sending me messages, they're gonna be blocked. And I haven't. I'm just saying.
No, but you can go to.
I don't
It will show on Truecaller or this number was blocked.
I don't relate because
No,
my
no, you
WhatsApp,
can- you-
my,
you
my WhatsApp is very private to a point that only people that I'm close with can contact me. If we don't talk, hi, don't even come to my WhatsApp.
And again with Truecaller, even if they call you, it's blocked, but you can see who tried to call you and unblock them and call them back. That's what I do. Sometimes my bank would call me and it's blocked because you know some companies rotate numbers. I'll give you an
Yeah,
example.
it's called. I'll give you the number. Go ahead. I'll give you the name. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so they rotate numbers. I'll give you an example with, excuse me, with my bank. Maybe there's something wrong with my bank account or what. They want to upsell me something.
It's called the CLI.
CLI.
Yeah, client line identification. A standard correction, Mara. That's what it's called. So what CLI? Sorry, before you go, ne. So what CLI does? I call you, ne. I call you with a 011 number. You ignore it because you think okay, some call center trying to sell something. You ignore it. I will pick up as the business who ignored my call because kufuneka 011. Ne? You know what I do? I call you ka 015 or 013 or 031 or kufuneka 021. Your likelihood of answering because go to and you're like
Cape Town.
Cape Town. No, who would be calling me? By the way, I can also call you ka a cell number.
I was about to say now they use
081
numbers.
082 083. You're like, this is someone. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna answer it. By the time you answer it, now the owner sits on a salesperson to now say to you, to convince you. By the way, being a salesperson they'll convince you.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I
So it's a
forgot.
client line identification.
So yeah, that's the thing. But now the thing is, like he's saying, obviously with Truecaller it will tell you Hore,
Probably spam.
Spam.
it's probably spam.
Yes.
And I love reading
love
comments.
it.
I'm like, okay, let me see what people are saying. I don't register insurance or life cover. Okay, I've Bob. He doesn't need to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I see oh, it's Discovery Bank or it's AA or it's Netstar, I'll be like, oh, okay, let me unblock. And then I will call them back and say, you know what, ke bone miss call, how can I le batlang?
Yeah.
They'll be, yeah.
Take it
I
from there.
also forgot.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the mornings, like maybe about 4 to 5 times in 7 days, I wake up around 4. I actually feed my birds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Feature what?
Birds.
What birds do you have?
It's not even the birds in the house. I just pour bird food outside.
No, I do
and
the
then I go
same.
and sleep.
Ka for your mouth.
Yes.
No, quality, you must try that. That's what I do.
And I actually go and sleep. Like I can do it around every time when I hear them, like when they start singing.
Like what do you have, Palabora?
I wake up.
When are we
I've
going to
got-
Palabora?
I've got
March.
a bowl I've got a bowl.
March is next month,
and
ne?
then
We must plan.
I've got a jar full of bed food. Put it.
I think we should go.
No,
on a
man,
Thursday.
not even bed food. You know, that's what I do.
We're
And
coming on a Thursday. We leave.
no. You said the 21st of March is it's a long
yeah.
weekend. Yeah, let's plan
it's
it, Metro.
Friday.
Where's that?
Yeah.
So we can leave Friday early morning. So if we well this time.
Or Thursday late or.
Or Thursday was how many hours?
About 6.
Call it 6. So if we leave, I got to know I'm self-employed. So if we leave,
Thursday midday.
okay, yeah, we can do
We'll
that.
be there by 6 o'clock at night in the
Yeah.
evening.
Then it's
Okay.
fine. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
let's do
Friday
that.
We get to do whatever, record, Saturday, sightsee, Sunday, you return.
No, I was about to say with bed, you should try to call it like
Yeah.
now what I do. You know rice. You know obviously when you cook rice, there'll be left or even pap.
Yes.
Pap, just put water and then become soft and you feed the birds. You
Yeah.
know why is important for the birds?
Yeah.
They take away, those spiders, those insects, your cockroaches, your
Yes.
flies, they help.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I do in my complex. I throw in my yard, rice on the grass
Yeah.
and then some pap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
It's
fertilize
very
as well,
nice.
even the grass, because when they eat, they
They
poop.
poop.
Yeah, they fertilize.
But also they're addictive. They're how they sing. It's like they wake you up to say, we are hungry.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know people get irritated with hahidas, but hahidas, guys,
No,
because they've got long beaks.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my grass, even my grass is green all year round.
Yeah.
Because of, I don't know what hahidas do to that grass.
Yeah.
Because now there's food, the worms, they dig
Yeah.
up and. Guys, let's go to a break.
Yes. Are we going to a break or closing?
No, go to a break.
A
We've got
break.
another
We've
20
got-
minutes.
But also, we still have a lot to discuss on parenting.
Okay, cool. We'll be back.
All right. We need to wrap up.
Yeah.
Yes. Parenting.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was saying before you go that
Yes.
we've got a guest. Her name
oh
is Ayanda.
yes.
But we'll rope her in
Yeah.
if she's got a comment. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yes. I don't think parenting has a manual,
No.
right? Where you can simply say, if I parent this way, my children will turn out to be great. We were parented under abuse.
Were you parental abuse?
Like,
Were you parental abuse?
No, I agree.
Please give her the mic. Webster.
Wait, is it abuse or being strict?
No,
abuse.
Webster, give her the mic so we can.
You call it strict, but we call it. There's so many trauma issues that we have,
Yes.
like trauma bonds that we have now established because of what we experienced in
went
our
through.
childhood. So now we were told, when you're done with your house chores, you need to get out of the house. You need to be in the street playing or doing something fruitful with your life. They just cared that you came back at 5 to cook or do other things. So it wasn't really. It left a scars, like you were not wanted or things like that. You
Is it a
understand?
trauma now?
It's still a
Yes.
trauma thing.
I told you about how
You're
many
in
people are
therapy.
broken. How many people are
in
broken?
therapy.
Arunja,
We're in
Yes.
therapy, yes. So now
I
our
also
kids,
went for therapy
our kids
because
now
of the traumas
have.
I had when growing up.
Our
But I
kids
didn't
have
realize that
options.
it was traumas from childhood. You understand? And it's simple things like you're just like probably you're not good enough, but in a sense that bona mama, ophela ke mama.
Oh yeah, no, that
Yes.
one is a bad.
Being compared
Webster,
to your neighbor.
you need a
Yes.
mic there.
Remember in the previous episode, we spoke about your parents comparing you to the child next door.
Yes.
Hore, bona Lethabo can do this. It messes with your head.
Yes.
It's like what Ayanda was saying. some parents will tell you, Hore, if you come after 6 or 1 minute past 6,
Yes.
stay where you were at.
Yes.
Uska ba kena mo ntlong. Wa bona? It affects you as an adult. That's why most adults right now, they'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna raise my child
The way I want.
the way I want. But whatever that I went through,
My
I'm gonna
children will
give
not
them. Yeah, you
experience
find parents whereby they will give the child everything that they couldn't get in
And
their
that is
era.
not parenting. It's actually fighting a childhood trauma.
That is also another problem.
Yes.
Because now, if you're gonna give your kids everything, you need to find balance. If you're gonna give your kids everything that they ask for, you're creating kids that don't have responsibilities, that don't know how to be responsible for themselves. They don't know how to take care of themselves. You're gonna give a rise to kids that will have kids and leave them with you now for you to raise.
To actually
To raise, because
their
you did
children,
not
because
raise
you
your
failed
kids
to
properly.
raise your child.
You
Don't
didn't,
go
yeah,
before.
you didn't raise your kids properly, so now they're not able to even raise other kids.
Yeah, but also the other part that I want to touch on before we close. Our parents did not allow us to be ourselves. When you were behaving or loving a certain career, right? Nurturing your passion in whatever.
What on that DJ?
Yes. Parents would be like, what is DJ?
Yeah.
Go to school.
Oh wait.
You know?
What-
And some of the things were like, when you are just being yourself, you know, when you are a child and you are being yourself, expressing yourself, yes, was Webster, expressing yourself the best way you know how, right? Bawukhala ka speed.
But
Don't
I'm
do
having-
that.
I'm
Don't do
having-
that.
I'm having the
Instead
same
of
dilemma.
instead of saying, okay, why is this child behaving this way? You know what I mean? How many children had issues of barking, ADHD, but parents would consider that no, what papa wanu?
Or ke boloi.
Yeah,
You
no
know,
one
Mina,
ask,
I'm-
like,
I'm-
what's
I'm
that?
having- I'm having the same
But
dilemma.
why can't you, you know? I mean, how many children have autism? Yes, well,
Yeah,
I'll give you a
we'll come
chance.
to you.
But the instead of saying, oh shame, man, how do I treat this child? You know? Kisawale.
Exactly.
Now, are being honest, is that not traumatic?
Yeah.
Now you've got adults in relationships when now Webster that are doing certain things. How khala ngwana ka mohara relationship ko motho ona. Khatho khala bana ba tlogela. Hi bo, brother, deal with your trauma.
Let them be.
Deal with your traumas that when your parents never khala, it was painful. Now you don't want to.
Well,
You know?
2025, we don't know about traumas. People don't take
no.
these traumas serious. Do they?
Trauma. I believe
No,
they
so
do.
here's my question that I ask and to all of you
No,
is to
but-
say, what do people? Okay, so now I'm right now where we are. Arma 2000, my
Yeah.
2000, they'll deal with their traumas 10 years from now.
Yeah, and they'll
Do
probably
we
say,
understand
"Daddy
that-
traumatized
Yeah,
me."
no. Do we actually understand that we've got traumas?
No, I do. Remember earlier on,
Do
I
we actually
said-
understand the foundations that we're in that are contributing to who we are now and what is happening with us now?
Okay, earlier on I said to you, sorry.
No, sorry. I think it just comes with emotional intelligence. If you are able to see
Hey,
with
there's
something,
a lot of people on here.
sorry, like
Yeah.
if you're having triggers, you
Yeah.
know, there's certain triggers that will maybe make you emotional or angry or whatnot. That's something you have to look out for. That
Yeah.
if I say something, if I react a certain way, if I talk to you a certain way, you don't like it. Like if we call it chikana, you know, if somebody speaks to you, ka voice raised, and you shrink, that is a indication that you have trauma. You have trauma because maybe your mother was that kind of woman that would talk
Yes.
over you and then didn't give you maybe room for you to speak. Then you get people that are scared now to speak out because they were raised in such a household
Yeah.
where it wasn't proper for you to talk.
Yes.
Imagine an adult now not being able to say, my point, this is my point, not being
Yes.
able to raise your hand or say your opinion, which we
Yes.
have a lot of.
Yes.
But then they don't identify it as trauma because people don't go seek healing
Yeah,
if
no,
they are
Yes.
okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's
If I'm
correct.
still
People
functional, I don't seek healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only when now it's now a problem and I'm breaking down and I'm not able to cope. Kere maybe ke busangoma or
Hey,
whatnot.
Gboloi, we're still saying it. Gboloi, one loyi.
Gboloi, or something
Yeah,
like that.
and then
yeah.
The reality is what she's
Yes.
saying is people then run to her. Yes, no go twasa or no go etsa eng
I
eng.
see trauma.
I see
Okay,
yeah.
let me tell you, I realized my traumas when now
Webster.
I had an OCD. My OCD was,
Sorry, Kim, what is OCD?
it's a disorder.
OCD,
obsessive
like someone
compulsive-
who
like
let me
you
explain.
want things to be in a certain
way.
order.
So if I was
Like-
sitting here and this plate is like this, I don't
yeah.
want it here.
Yeah, like
The OCD.
It's
Yeah.
obsessive compulsive
Mostly
disorder.
she
So
is
if your
square
mother
or
was a clean, like somebody
No,
who would
he
say
has
clean, clean,
OCD.
clean, 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 then you'll always want to. Yeah, but this will irritate me,
I
like having a plate with like
and
chips,
Kim,
little chips.
He has OCD. Don't worry.
Everyone has.
Go to his
No. I call it being a perfectionist. Like,
Yeah, you see, that actually,
That's a
I got it
nicer
from the
word.
point of wanting perfection. That's when I realized that I've got an OCD, right? Then I went for therapy, and
Is it?
yes, I did. Therapy. Bona, I can go every year.
or medical
I
aid,
don't-
yeah, there's a lot of
It's
therapy
not-
transaction.
It's not even a bona. I would go for therapy. Like any day. The other time I called the therapist and I said, I just wanted to check if I'm fine. And she laughed and she said, what is the matter? No, check out.
Am I okay?
You're right.
No,
So,
but-
let me tell you.
Okay, wait, guys. OCD and being a perfectionist, because OCD sounds to be like a medical condition.
No, it's not. It's the
Same
same thing.
thing.
Now, let me tell you something. When you want perfection in a world that is full of imperfection, the world that is imperfect, that is the problem. Now, I realized it in Mojolo. Hape nna, ke phela ke batla motho mo o tsamaya ka line, wa ikwetlisha. And then one day I realized
Aye,
I
Kim.
khonahale. Then I went for therapy, right? My house was all white, from couches, everything. Plates. I will not buy a black plate or any color. It has to be white. So I realized, Norman, I'm even torturing my children. Because every time
They can't make dirt.
you can't have toddlers and white couches and expect
No.
them not to draw on them.
No.
So my kids drew on their couches. I got so mad. Right? After shouting at them, I realized, no, man, something is right on my shop.
Okay, now I can relate, because remember with me, my car needs to be. After having my daughter, I was like, you know what? This is impossible. Let my child live in the space.
Be
Yeah.
yourself as a child.
Yeah.
Now I went for therapy a couple of times, and I think after a couple of years, one lady asked me, "How was your childhood?" Now I'm like, childhood. I keep le mama, you know, papa mama le papa ba nyalana, you know, all those funny type of things. And she said to me, do you realize that you are traumatized from childhood? This thing is not stemming from now. That's when I healed.
Wow.
That's exactly when I found my healing. So the problem is, now imagine you are with a partner who wants perfection. How
Ogla di go su ka mo dining room.
Or a
Yeah,
toilet
just-
seat, haya bewa fats.
Yeah.
what do you call
Oh
that?
yeah, toilet seat is not down.
This person is traumatized. You just don't see it because you don't want to address the real issue. If children are allowed to be themselves, when they grow up, there's a less chance that they will stress people about, unnecessary things. How many people fight in marriages and in relationships because of traumas, but because they don't know, they don't go deeper into it. They're thinking it's just
Go
an
deeper,
issue
mama.
now.
But I like that you're encouraging people. Okay, sorry. I think I'm talking too much. I like that you're encouraging people to actually seek therapy, because a lot of people, especially us, we don't go out to
And
seek
seek
help and
help.
seek what is the base of where our issues are coming from. So a lot of us, like you're saying, I have a similar issue with my kids where it's like I had an issue where if they don't keep the house clean, if they do this, if they do that, if they make too much noise, if they do this, if they, it was an irritant on me until when I went to therapy and I expressed myself with my therapist, I change my therapist every year anyway. I don't want them to know my business too much. So like when I went to my therapist and I was like, no, I'm having an issue with this. And then the therapist was like, are you happy? Are you happy?
As an individual.
As
should
an
have come to
individual,
our
are you
mental
happy?
health.
And I'm like, yeah, okay. What is happiness? He was like, no, you should define what happiness is.
Is.
Your kids are healthy, yes. Your kids are sustainable. They do their homework. They go to school, yes. Your kids have 1, 2, 3, and then you're able to engage with your kids. You're able to have conversations with them, yes. So what is your problem?
Yes.
Apparently, Mina, I want acts of service as a love language from my kids. I want them to
You want
clean
what?
Acts of service. From
acts of
children.
service.
What's act of service?
Acts of service.
Acts of service is it's like you have a love language for everything. Like you have a love language, right? And then your love language would be if someone gives you money. There's people that love getting money.
Oh.
I mean, I love when they do something, when they clean the house, when they do their homework, it's acts of service.
But now the relevancy is: are you seeking this from the right people?
That's the thing.
Are you not abusing children?
No, but
because
with
of
me,
you are
it
not
was
aware?
thinking I'm parenting my kids, but then I'm giving them an unfair obligation, which now I'm meaning my kids must not have fun. They
And
must
that
not
is
go
traumatic.
and play.
That's
You know,
traumatic.
I'm
Yeah.
traumatizing them.
Yeah.
Now,
And
when
when
they
that
grow up-
happened,
Yeah, and when they grow up, when they start letting the inner child out,
I'm
but
like,
Tubare,
they
no,
cancel me.
no,
Imagine they
no,
cancel me.
but also other people will say, "What's what I get adolescent at the age of 30?"
The parent.
No, people,
kid.
even your
Oh.
friends, even your
Yeah.
friends can say, "What's what I get adolescent at the age of 30?" It's simply because the inner child never got a chance to be a child.
All right.
Now
we need-
the inner child must come out. We need to
wrap
wrap
it
up.
Hey, this is an interesting
Oh, it's
conversation, eh?
like a 60-year-old who got lapung kwale because the inner child was like, I never had that
Probably,
opportunity.
that one can be midlife crisis, but also
No,
Probably.
it's in Nangila Gabana guy. A 40-year-old apere kavela. For me, yeah.
That's a lifestyle thing.
No, but I'm saying.
You know, people from Limpopo, they like Kavelas.
Hey, Maro para ay, Mara hey, Mara ho tla para kavela ga 40 years. Ay.
So, represent the brand who the Prince, Prince.
I'm just saying, maybe I'm wrong, guys.
yeah, I don't know, but
It's
this
a lifestyle
one,
thing.
This one, I am not.
You're not.
involved.
Kavela ga 40. Mara kavela is a popular in case. Mara in case. Okay.
But no, I get what you're saying. You know, I've seen people in retirement at driver GT. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, so similar to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But
you know.
but like I said,
I
it
get-
might be midlife
was a
crisis.
lifestyle
One day we must talk about midlife
No,
crisis,
Mara.
and I'll tell you why I
Yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
that. Midlife crisis is defined as a point in life where you realize that certain things that you wanted at a certain age you did
couldn't
not.
get.
Yes, now you want to patch up.
Yeah. Mara, here's the thing. Now I know. Mara, here's the thing. I know he's very old. He's a gynecologist. He's very old, 60 or so, ne? He drives the fastest GTI. He's very old, the Nigerian gynecologist. And the reasons he gave why he drives a GTI is because he moves from hospital to hospital.
So he needs to
Also,
get
he
there
wants to
fast.
be
He needs a fast car. No, he was like, listen. No, he's like, I need a GTI with all these, you would know, Webster, with tables and whatever. Because if they call me while I'm at this hospital and I need to go now prepare for labor somewhere.
But it's very sensible. Like it's.
Yeah,
for me
and he's
it
got
makes
like these
sense.
red lights and whatever.
For me, it
And he's
makes
got a
sense.
doctor
No, it
thing.
does.
So he can drive as fast as he can to get to another doctor.
Oh, sorry.
So he can get to another hospital. But in case, let's close it down.
Yes, very interesting topic. I loved it. I think we must come back with midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Now fourth level, fifth level. Hey. So
But
you think I'm
yeah,
having a midlife crisis?
me,
Me?
you.
Yeah? No?
What midlife?
Oh, okay. No.
He's
It's
not
fine.
even in the meeting. So what midlife? pedophilia. This one,
Yeah, you're alive.
we are back. We are back with yet another
Last
episode of Conversations with Kim and Kwaledi.
It's a nice setting here, ne?
It is. I love it.
Yeah.
And then there's this thing under the stars,
What stars?
like no, the moon.
Oh,
The
it's the moon. Can you hear us? Oh,
Okay.
okay. What's happening, bench?
Kisha pwena.
Hola. It's okay.
Ah, kibu. Today we play like something that touch or rather rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Pedophilia.
So explain it maybe to me. Because maybe pedophilia can be expressed in different ways or understanding.
Okay, for me, my understanding, but then I get to describe what pedophilia is in a sense. Yeah, for
It's a pity we don't have a Virgo Yamara.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But for me, it's an adult preying on the younger ones sexually, be it a woman or a man.
So, when you talk about it, ne? There was a story that happened at a restaurant called King Dross or something in Pretoria.
Okay.
Where and it's a sad story, where this guy raped
I remember a 5-year-old
No, it was 8 or 10 or something in
the bathroom. I remember the story some years
So
ago.
yeah,
Yes.
so and I'm thinking, wait, when that happened, ne? I was like, because at the time this child was my daughter's age. I was like, what would you do as a parent?
Kill them. Simple. No, like I will go to jail happily.
Yeah, or I won't stand this.
How do you heal your child from rape?
Yeah, no.
How?
Especially when you have a girl child.
How do you heal
Yeah.
your child from that?
Yeah. That's why I get, especially when you have
It's
girl
a scar
child.
for life. You understand? And okay, now let me tap a little bit into spirituality.
Yeah.
Rape is also considered one of the highest form of sin in spirituality, right? Now, if somebody rapes you, they leave a spirit of rape around you. How many people have you heard that they've been raped more than once? It's because of that spirit. You understand? And the spirit of rape is almost, it's theft, but on a deeper personal level. You know, this person is stealing from you, but not only are they stealing your virginity, right? They're stealing your joy of life. They're stealing something far much bigger. All your life, you're going to remain a raped girl child or a raped boy. It doesn't matter what you can do. There's nothing you can wash away from that part. You can forget it, you can go through therapy and all, but I don't want to call it a stigma, but it's...
But do people heal from it?
I don't know. I've never been raped, and thank God. You know, I don't know if anybody completely heals from that. You understand? So for me, pedophile, hence I'm saying it rubs me the off way. And we have it in South Africa where people are actually okay with it. There's a trend currently on TikTok. We are no longer age, but they put the age, the guy and the girl and the woman, maybe the children. When you look at that, there's a girl who actually said, we are no longer, I think the guy was 40 something, the girl was 19 with a 1-year-old. When did they start having sex? For them to have a 1-year-old and she's only 19. How many months is she in 19? Sorry.
That's the sad reality, eh?
How many tribes or people in South Africa actually encourage younger men to marry younger children?
And what you touch on, like I said, is as sensitive as it may be. I once went to, those, what do you call the workspaces? Yeah, where you rent an office space for stuff like that. And I spoke to this girl. She's like in her 20s, dating a 47-year-old married man. And I was like...
But what's the reasons behind it? Why would a 20-year-old date a 47-year-old, you mentioned married men.
And you know what's the funny part?
Traumas, but
The
also
mother.
But is it traumas
No,
only?
the mother is who are those people that you tell your problems to? Is it psychologist
Psychologist.
or psychiatrist? No,
psychologist is
when
what
you're
you tell the
crazy.
problem. Psychiatrist is the crazy.
Yeah,
the cuckoo's
psychologist. The mother's psychologist, and she was like, you know, I've got a problem with my child. The issue is
Is
my
the sound
child.
fine?
Yeah, sound is fine.
one. Are they not making?
No,
Fine.
so the mother was like, you know, I've got a problem. I've got my daughter who's dating a man who's old enough to be my boyfriend or husband. How do I do? I'm like, what do I? You know,
A psychologist.
psychologist,
Yeah.
maybe, you know. And it dawned on me that, you know what? We tell psychologists problems, but they've got their own problems. Who do
That
they
they
tell?
can't even help.
They can't
solve.
even solve their own problems. That's
Just
the
like
thing.
I said, how do you heal your child from such a trauma? Okay, to answer your question on why would a girl child date an older man, right? And I'll answer on the girl child part, but I also don't want us to only blame the girl child because there's an adult here who knows what's good, what's wrong, and
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
you know. But I would say having daddy issues. Sometimes when you have daddy issues, you're most probably going to seek them in a boyfriend, and the boyfriend has to be a daddy like. Has to be older.
Not normally, Mara. When, for example, you go through a trauma
Yes.
of not finding, or say, for example, your dad or something is not giving you. Let me put it this way so I can get understood, ne? So you grow up,
Yes.
and then you find Hori, you have this trauma whereby your dad maybe abused you with words. It might or
Or
physical or
abandoned
whatever,
you.
abandoned you or whatever. So when you grow up and then you get married, are you saying you expect a different type of behavior from your husband, and then when you receive the same type of behavior from your husband that your dad gave you, then it raises that trauma?
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, there are two things there, ne? And I'm speaking about this. Okay, there are two things. One, if you experience trauma from your father, now you move to your husband, right? This trauma, if it's not healed,
Yeah.
you're going to attract the same person that will ignite or trigger this trauma because you must heal it.
So there is
You hear me?
so there's a level of expectation that you are wanting.
No, wait. If you are traumatized by something and you have not yet healed that trauma, chances of you attracting people that will trigger that trauma
Yeah.
are very high. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, you might get a husband who's going to trigger that trauma by actually being almost similar to what your father was or is.
Sure.
Right? Now, you are stuck in a web of saying, what is this? Why am I getting a repetitive? You understand? How do I get out of this repetitive things? But most people, what do? They actually want to fight. Instead of saying, let me step back and understand what is this situation. You understand? They would fight and say, yeah, you're just like my father who abandoned you know? Now, you're not healing the situation. You're not
just
helping
making it
it.
worse.
Exactly. You are just actually burying yourself into this black hole. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
So the other part is, if your father was like that, and your husband is almost similar to that, it might be Horliana, he has his traumas. We might
The
need-
husband,
yes,
the man.
Then we might need.
So it's
to
not always
heal.
one-sided.
No, it can't be. Traumas, we are all traumatized. One way or all of us, we are all traumatized. We just need time to heal from those traumas. Yes. But what rubs me the off way is having a whole adult, but because he's a man, no one questions them. Even when they go for a younger girl, they will question a girl.
Because
That's where my problem is. And let me be honest with you, the dominating factor is always this man. This man knows that I'm an adult. This child is as young as almost my own child. Why would I sleep with? But guess what? They would even say, no, she's fresh. She brings a fresh perspective. But what about?
Can I add on that? You know, being a father to a daughter,
Yes.
I think most men, I stand corrected, most men who do those things, they don't have daughters, probably sons. Because as a father who has a daughter,
You wouldn't do
you wouldn't do such
I
things.
honestly think
Because,
so.
I mean, imagine doing that to another man's daughter. What comes to my mind? Or what if another man does or does the same thing to my daughter? It triggers. It's like when I go to a club and I look at this, I was like, no man, this person is, I see her as a daughter to me. You understand? I see her as a daughter to me.
And most people will use the card of she seduced me. But when a child seduces you, you actually color the child. You know what I mean? Because the child needs a parent.
Yeah. One way or another.
Yes. And a parent, we grew up in it takes a village. But nowadays it no longer takes a village.
I know. Nowadays
no
it
longer,
doesn't.
like each
Because of when I know
person
the
is
reason
on
says
their
man,
own.
Hector make khalema bana ba hao. Then war o mangwena.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
That's another
Yeah.
thing.
So these days it doesn't take a
It
village
doesn't take
to raise a child. Khalema ngwana hao. O tlotla mo o mangwena. Mangwena o tlo botsa nna ke hodisa. Ka mona khale nna ne re gola fela ntata go next door or mma go next door. Na o tshela thupa. A o ise go mama ga o tshwere ka ditsebe. A re ngwana ha 1 2 3. Ba o tshele thupa ba le thupa.
But I would say fela gore a
Yeah.
o gadile ke village
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You know?
remember when I started dating my first boyfriend, this other lady
How old were you,
from
my friend?
How old was I?
Yeah.
I was 17. And then this other lady from church, we saw her this guy Nankapa High, you know? And I think that guy was my soulmate.
Evan.
Okay, topic for another topic for another
No,
day.
well, one of the fact that you say I think.
No, I think
So the fact that he's not here, you
think
thought,
so.
yeah, you thought he was your soulmate.
Now that lady went and told my mom, "You ke so kry beating of my life."
Okay, I know.
Ke mo tlhadile with I asked him what
Okay, I know.
o teng mo Gauteng.
What's it, okay?
Yes.
And
And what?
I'm just asking.
And what?
Is he married?
Yes.
Oh,
He's married.
aye.
I think he has about 3 wives or something.
Wait, 3 kids or 3 wives?
He's a polygamist. He's a
And you
polygamist.
still think Corey was your soulmate?
I think so.
Ah.
It doesn't take it away.
So goal number 4 or 1, I
Now
don't
be
know.
number 1.
Yeah. And you never agreed to it.
To polygamy.
Actually, that would be
Yes.
a topic
Hey,
for
that's
another
another
day.
topic, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah, no
would you agree
problem.
to be...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
With the
but-
same guy or just in general?
Generally.
Oh, okay. Now that's a topic for another
Robert
day.
are the same guy. Your soulmate. Let me interview him.
I can ask him if he would.
Oh, so you talk to him? Oh. Wait. Whoa. This changes dynamics. Some guy you thought was... some guy you
We
thought...
don't talk.
No, some guy you thought was a soulmate. Now...
We don't talk regular.
Oh, no, and I said, do you know it? Is like, yes.
From she was 17.
Yeah.
Guys, when I say
How
I
many
think
years?
the guy was my soulmate or is my soulmate, I'm not lying.
Oh.
No, we don't dispute
Hey,
it.
Uka, the dynamics change. I think he was my soulmate. Or is my soulmate.
No, but remember.
What a mar.
No,
No, you know to put it up. And, Eamon, we need, hey guys, if you think we need this guy on this podcast, comment, click, like, share, whatever. We will bring him here.
He probably gonna see it.
Oh, he's gonna see it.
Probably on my
man.
WhatsApp.
Oh, nah.
No, probably on my WhatsApp or on my TikTok. I don't
Come on,
know.
little lie.
I know.
Say name.
I know. I'm not gonna tell.
Brother,
Wherever you are.
we need you on our podcast. Just for an
Do what?
interview. No, just for us to understand.
No, then I can. We can.
No, the thing is, we
if
want to
he
touch
agrees.
base on
Yeah, he
the
doesn't have to be on
poly-
camera.
what?
Polygamy.
Polygamy.
Yeah, if he agrees, it's not a problem.
Oh, is it? So you will speak to him?
But on what basis?
We're
No,
not
we're
talking
going to
about
talk
polygamy.
about polygamy.
Polygamy.
Nothing,
Yeah.
We're not going to touch between.
We wanna talk about the. We wanna talk about
I'll ask him.
the
He
institute.
must flag us.
Yeah.
We need to know how
I'll
to.
ask him.
No, it's not
Guys,
plugging
wait.
me.
You
We want
don't
to-
know polygamy? monogamist?
No,
There's
no,
so many
no.
polygamists.
No,
no,
but
no, we
Arabata-
want to know how they do it.
Dude, yeah, the institution of polygamy, where it's derived from, does it actually work? Because Baba Mbarata hore polygamy tletse a whole lot of
The only thing that we
stuff.
get as men is you need to have a lot of money. That's not
Yeah.
something. Yeah, we need.
I don't think it's like that, but
That's why I say we
can
need
find
somebody
out.
who's in there.
Hey, from pedophiles to polygamy. Sharp Mokgotsi.
Mokgotsi, o lokile, eh, why am I faking?
What's in your polygamy?
Eh, Makeng,
Are we wrapping up?
why haven't we wrapped up like that in the previous episodes?
Ona ditaba, okay.
Okay, Shaya,
Guys,
well, thank you
like-
so much for
yeah.
a beautiful day, and
Yeah.
thank you to Vego, even though he couldn't join us much.
Yeah.
Um, thank you, Madiba.
yeah, boy.
Quite
Guys,
ready?
next time you see us, we will be in Palabora. Rane Webster.
Yes.
Yeah,
We'll be in Palabora.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna be shooting in Palabora, somewhere on a mountain at 40 degrees.
Who
Mara-
told you there's the mountains in Bali?
Okay, we'll be in the river, washing in the river.
Somewhere.
But these people, thank you
No,
guys.
but
We are out. Cheers.
Out. Hey, you never already